Hello, this is Tam the Tambiotiski channel. I was supposed to go to the movies today, but I wanted to do this, and I was hoping this would download faster. But, so I could have something else going on in the background. By the way, Mass Effect Andromeda's got an update. Just went up now. So 1.05 is the new update. Or version, sorry. So I was going to play some Yooka-Laylee in the background because this is another concern for a game video. And instead of Dark Souls and Mass Effect, it's Yooka-Laylee this time. I'm concerned because of some of the problems. I have a fit friend who is a big fan, has been watching Yooka-Laylee's progress so closely. That's insane. He's been asked to borrow my PS4 because he might not have the Switch, and whenever Yooka-Laylee comes out for that soon enough, he's like obsessed with it. I don't doubt him. He's a big Banjo-Kazooie fan. Excuse me. That cough, yep, has still lingered with me, which is really weird. Wish it would go away. But, first off, I'm concerned about camera angles, glitches, and other such problems in Yooka-Laylee. First off, I do want to... I keep saying first off. First off. Anyways, Mass Effect Andromeda, I would complain a little bit more about that game over Yooka-Laylee, because even though Yooka-Laylee's got these problems, Mass Effect's got bigger problems, as well as especially the fact that there's microtransactions still in games today. And I feel like even though people can simply say no to transactions, that doesn't mean that everybody in the world's going to do that, and it actually encourages companies like EA to keep pushing their microtransactions on people and making it a thing. It's a waste of more money than just one game, and it's really stupid. I actually didn't back up the Kickstarter for Yooka-Laylee. Sorry. But I do appreciate the fact that the game's coming out, and I'm sure there's other people like that too. I'm sure the people who will get Yooka-Laylee, and if it turns out not as wonderful as they thought, it's supposed to be a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. And I found something really weird. I saw all these rants on Yooka-Laylee, and some of them are legitimate, but others are really stupid. Because people are legitimately, saying, I'm not going to buy the game because Jontron isn't in it. First off, I have to say, don't let a YouTuber be no matter who it is, be the reason you're not going to buy a game. He's a very minor and insignificant thing within the game. He's just one thing removed. That was it. Why would you need to make a big deal that the entire game should be attacked for it, as well as the company? That's a little over the top. And there's so many ridiculous situations right now where games are being attacked. For Honor had a boycott. I didn't even know that. It's more legitimate than this situation, though. But dang, what the heck is going on? But Yooka-Laylee is I'm sure it's going to be a decent game. I am disappointed to hear some of the ratings and stuff, but I still don't think it comes out as bad as how Mass Effect does. There's also the punishment system that people are worried about in Yooka-Laylee. But I wouldn't concern myself with that. And another thing I want to say is, on this channel called Dan, there was a video posted that's kind of like apology from Jontron. I'm just going to say I don't buy it. I really think Jontron is just being he's got like an attitude right now that's just ridiculous. He's going through a really weird and selfish phase right now. And I'm sure Jontron was a nice guy and still has that nice guy attitude to him, but he's also mixed it with this really selfish, oh, my arguments matter more than yours kind of attitude mixed with it. And I hate people like that. And I feel like that video, in a way, too, that he made was like not only an apology, but like him making a point and knowing that nobody was going to be able to attack him on it, even though he's got millions of people who would if he really crossed the line. I'm pretty sure Jontron would not win in a battle against all his subscribers at once. That is a lot of people. and he acts as if he can take on people's arguments. Yeah, I feel like this video that he made that's supposedly supposed to be apologetic, not only is his facts, it's kind of like he looks at his facts and rewords his facts from what you actually see on screen, just to fit his way of thinking, and it's just really mixed. But I feel like it's his way of getting his word out without having to confront somebody, like his Destiny situation. I didn't even know who Destiny was until this happened. But it's like he's putting out his argument and knowing that he's not up against somebody that he has to constantly rant against. And yet he also, in a way, he admits defeat at the same time, which is ironic, because he said, "Rest in peace, my channel," basically. That's basically him saying that his argument was probably really dumb, which it was. And he is very offensive. I know it's not a big deal to get rid of his voice, because it's just in the game, but at the same time, it's kind of on a even playing field, because it's like you could either not get rid of the voice and it wouldn't really make a difference because it's just a bunch of gibberish, or you could get rid of the voice and it's still just as insignificant because it's just a small little detail that's not in the game now, or it's a small little detail in the game that you're either just going to forget it was even there when you're playing, because there's probably going to be other characters more memorable like Shovel Knight and such. But yeah, I just find it a really insignificant thing either way. It just really doesn't affect it, and I wouldn't worry about that crud. But they don't want to get involved with it. I would worry about some of the more technical difficulties, and Jontron just reminds me of some of the most disgusting people right now, where it's like, my word matters over yours, and yours doesn't. And I feel like his video was just his way of putting his argument out there, knowing that nobody will be able to fight him, and then almost talking as if he was going to take people's comments into consideration, but the fact that he's so subtle about it, he's probably behind the scenes like, I'm not reading anybody's comments, forget their crud. If it tries to offend and affect me and my opinion, then I'm not reading it. He might be just as likely to block out your comments from existing until it actually affects his channel deeply. Now, I do like Jontron's videos, and I have been a fan, but I've been really considering, like, maybe even unsubscribing from him. He is showing some selfishness. I hope he does put up a video that's more clear of his apology instead of being an apology and then adding insult to injury after it by shoving his opinion out in people's faces. Because that's how I feel the video is like, too. And I'm sorry if I repeat myself so many times. I'm very forgetful within, like, seconds sometimes, which is dumb. Sorry. But, yeah, he's going through a weird phase. Hopefully he snaps out of it and realizes he's not in Wonderland, where everything is by his desire and design. And get out of his little fantasy world. And I hope I hope people don't take this and defend somebody that's being a jerk. It's like, you look bad defending somebody like that. Like, and I don't know what to say about this situation. He's just out of hand right now. And I don't know if he's abusing his power of having so many subscribers or not, but if he does get to that point, because you never know what to expect of any YouTuber. Look at the Fine Bros, for example. The Fine Brothers. Fine Bros almost sounds like Mario Brothers. Look at the situation that happened out of them. Holy crud. You did not expect that, did you? So, I would say expect the unexpected even with Jontron. Unless he truly, deeply apologizes without throwing his old bowl into his words, too, at the same time. Sorry that I didn't get Yooka-Laylee playing in the background. I usually play a game in the background, but look at this download time. It just keeps counting up and counting down and such. It's ridiculous. And I'm trying to get to a movie because I want to watch a movie. Once again, I hope I didn't offend anybody at the end of this. I didn't want to get into too much controversial details or anything. I'm just saying, hey, don't let a YouTuber be the reason you hate on a game. If anything, the two concerns is, first off, if you're somebody who put money towards greenlighting this game, and you feel like it's unsatisfying, kind of like Mighty Number 9 did, yeah, I would worry about that. I would complain to the company too. But I wouldn't use a YouTuber to complain as your reasoning for complaining. And even though not everything was legit from what Platonic was saying, at least they were more honest. And they have more reason than you do to really rant on something so minor and insignificant at the time. Because really, removing a YouTuber is just such a small detail from your game. It's kind of like when I remember the new Resident Evil movie had Matthew Santoro, and I didn't even notice him. That movie sucked, by the way. But, yeah. I wouldn't let that kind of stuff bother you. Oh, gosh. But, hopefully I recover from this stinking illness. It's not just me. My family has this weird cough going on, too. I don't know what it is. We just call it the weird cough. But, yeah, don't let a YouTuber be the reason you hate on a game. Let stuff like the technical difficulties, as well as if you're somebody who dedicated to Greenlight and you feel the game is unsatisfying towards how much you put on it. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't push it too far with stuff like Jontron. And every game's got glitches and problems. Let's hope they can truly fix Yooka-Laylee. My friend is a big fan of Banjo-Kazooie, and just this, like, it's so weird to hear people be like, I'm not getting the game, I want a refund because Jontron's not in it. Seriously? This is supposed to be a dedication to Banjo, a successor to Banjo-Kazooie, not a successor to a YouTuber. Come off it. It's a YouTuber. What did he truly help with in the game? He's just sort of a voice that does squat. Like, if he had a bigger, like, role-playing, like, voice role, kind of like in Mass Effect Andromeda, I would worry more. And a matter of fact, both me and my friend have our favorite games kind of just, like, mixed reviews. I still do think that Yooka-Laylee and Mass Effect Andromeda, at this point right now, are still above average good games. Or decent. Like a 6 out of 10, or maybe close to a 7 out of 10. But not an 8, and not a 9, and definitely not a 10. I don't think that they're below. As a matter of fact, Yooka-Laylee, I feel like, from what I've seen and heard, is still coming out better than Mass Effect Andromeda, with all its problems, and big ones too, that ruin the immersion of the game. And the fact that there's transactions and a really dumb multiplayer. Like, I would rather play Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. At least I'm earning characters that are more interesting and playing a more interesting role in playing it. Because the multiplayer is just so broken and stupid for Mass Effect Andromeda. It's so pointless, and I barely even notice it. But whenever I do notice it, it's more in a bad way than it is a good way. Because at least Mass Effect 3's multiplayer works. And now it's backwards compatible on Xbox One. So, yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda, you're not doing well when people probably prefer playing that multiplayer end game rather than Mass Effect Andromeda. It's kind of sad. So that's just my opinions. Doesn't have to be yours. Just throwing that out there, I am showing concern for Yooka-Laylee. I am worried about its process, and hopefully they will fix it. They have addressed and talked about some of the things, but let's hope we actually see that. I also wanted to say, towards Mass Effect Andromeda and Yooka-Laylee, I would say keep your games in development. Don't release them when they feel like it's too early. Fix some of the problems that some of these companies are saying. And also, another thing I want to throw out again is don't listen to big critics, like really big ones, like GameSpot or IGN, because they're not always right. A matter of fact, I don't trust companies like that anymore. So I wouldn't worry about that. And Jontron, on the other hand, hopefully he'll find a way to really, like, get the apologies through stronger without putting his jerk attitude in the way, too. And it's very subtle, too, his attitude. It's very sad. It sucks. And I feel like people like Boogie, I think, or Bogey, I can't remember his name, I'm sorry, was more genuine and honest about his opinion on Jontron. He's even said that he's a nice guy, and that he thought he was going through kind of a phase too. I think he is too, but but you really have to get through and legitimately be more serious about your apology, Jontron, rather than in the opposite order and just throw out your opinion knowing that nobody will argue with you or be able to do much to argue back with you, where you can just simply say, I'm not reading your comments, and come out kind of like the Fine Brothers. It's not the same thing. Absolutely not. I'm just saying, just expect the unexpected when it comes to even your favorite of YouTubers. So, and you could even think the same thing of me, but I'm not a huge channel to really attack people. And I would never do that anyways because and this is the thing that makes me kind of question why Jontron did what he did. Because it's like, you're going to have like a million subscribers. Just think about if you angered all those people and they came out all at once against you. That would be a lot of crud on your plate. So I would not mess with that. And that's the smart thing of not going into something controversial. You're going to have a lot of people on you. I don't know what Jontron's thinking or doing, but hopefully he finds a way out of this that won't come out quite as bad. So once again, hope I didn't offend anybody. And I hope you guys took my concerns and seriousness to heart. I do hope, once again, that Jontron is going to somehow find a way out of this and fix it, make it more right, because I'm not buying his latest on the Dan channel apology. I'm not buying it. And a matter of fact, I asked around in case, like my perspective of things just felt off and weren't right, or I wasn't getting what Jontron was saying. And I asked around, other people showed the same reaction. They were like, I'm not buying it either. So I guess I'm on the same train with some of the people I talked to, and friends as well. But let you tell me in the comments below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw and the other videos that you see on the channel. I will be bringing more, and I'll do my own review and kind of talk about Yooka-Laylee as well. I don't know what if they have any copyright restrictions, so I want to know that stuff. So hopefully they don't have any of that stuff like Nintendo, but I don't think they will. So I'll see you guys next time.